150 locomotives are to be procured. We brought it to the committee. It's a 55 billion rupee procurement. We brought it to the committee and we had apprehensions. This committee, which has all political parties, I was chairing that. I formed a panel of 4 retired ex-general managers to give their comments. We are a recommendatory body. The comments came, and yesterday the executive committee discussed those comments point by point, adopted few of them, had reasons for not adopting a few of them, but they went through it. They listen if the chairman or the members of the committee are forceful enough. Let's come to another issue. 75 locomotives were being procured. There were massive irregularities of Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, PEPRA rules. We said nothing doing. You will not procure these unless you get these condoned from the Prime Minister, who is the only authority to get it condoned. In spite of that, the chairman and the member finance released the payment without getting it condoned. It's illegal.
That's illegal.
It's criminal. It is criminal. I'm using the word. The audit para has been raised. It is a criminal act.
So can you bring it to the Public Accounts Committee or the accountability,
yes.
or where will it go and when?
It will come to the public accounts, but
after this government is already completed,
we did not let them move forward unless they get it condoned. So far in 3 years, they've not let it got condoned, and they're still going ahead. Let's come to another thing. 11 radiators, one radiator weighing 300 kilos was stolen from the Pindi area. 500 yards it went and it disappeared. The committee, standing committee, gave it to the police who are investigating it, and they've almost caught the people.
Okay. But
Theft of diesel. Theft of diesel that was taking place.
But this is not the job of the committees to do this.
But then what does the committee do? We have safeguarded the interest of the people, the employees. We have safeguarded the interest of the passenger. There were 80 million passengers traveling on the railways.
But if the report I read is correct, there will be no more passenger trains for at least a year.
If it goes on like this, because the government is not serious. The Ministry of Finance does not have time to sit and discuss in detail. They have not been able to form a board. Without the board's approval, they are doing illegal things. They have not been able since March 2010. Who's stopping them from doing that?
Who's stopping them?
Look at just talk of the 450 megawatt. Who's stopping them?
Who's stopping them from allowing
getting
their power?
Neelam Jhelum, we are losing $5 million a day. The project has been delayed for 2 years. Who's responsible? The government, naturally.
Well, it's time for us to take a short break. When we return, is Pakistan's Titanic heading for the iceberg, or have we already hit the iceberg? We'll talk about that, but after a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Witness. Well, before the break, made a reference to what most people will not remember as a history incident, but definitely the movie. If Pakistan is the Titanic, have we already hit the iceberg, drifting towards the iceberg? Is anybody looking out? Ms. Tariq, if we are the Titanic, have we already struck and the government is just playing the violins as the ship sinks, or are we yet to hit the iceberg?
I think that we are playing the violin.
You're playing the violin. So we've hit, and the ship is sinking. Badly hit, and the ship is sinking. So what do you feel as a politician needs to be done by the opposition now?
Immediate rescue. You know, something which happens in case of a catastrophe, or in case of something which is the damage which is being done now. We have to do the damage control. And how do we do that? As I said, when they don't have the capacity, Quatrina, looking up to them means that it can't be done.
But then for a year and a half, they look like they're here to stay. With all due respect, Sardar Sahab, I don't think your long march is going to make any difference. They've got the numbers.
Then they should hire capable people, I should say. Then they should give more opportunity to people who have, or change their cabinet, or have more capable people who can deliver. I'm sorry to say, if this thing goes on for a year, another year, then we won't be seeing the same situation where we are. God forbid, there's security threat, there are all sorts of threats to the existence of Pakistan, for that matter, because we are hit by, right now, we are attacked from all sorts of internal problems and external problems. We are not enjoying very good relations in the international community as well.
Is the system going to unravel? Because when I say the system, I mean the system of governance, not the political system. Do you see it unraveling?
I don't see that. because as you said that they don't have the sense of realization, and I think they've kept a blind eye, and they can't hear anything, they can't feel anything, what people are going through, what sufferings people are going through. Like they said that people went to Yasmeen Appa's house. The thing is that people do not differentiate. They say, we have voted for you, we don't care, you are N, PPP, XYZ, but we voted for you and you are our representatives and you are sitting in that house of parliament basically. So you are answerable to us. Quatrina, it's high time. We all stand up. We have been standing up in the name of national interest, in the name of mufahamat, which we say always, and reconciliation. We keep on using these buzzwords, absolutely, and we try and get away with that.
Is your party going to join the walk tomorrow?
You have just recently seen what PML-Q and MQM have done, not once, many a times. We have seen they come out, they go in, and this whole musical chairs is being played. How long? How long? How long are they going to fool the people? Tell me about this.
Looks like another year and a half. But are you going to join the march tomorrow?
Well, let's see what's the decision of my party leaders.
They haven't decided yet?
No, I don't know that what they've spoken to our party leaders. And when I go back, perhaps I was getting a phone call. I don't know. Maybe some instructions have to be
Sardar Sahab, what is the agenda of your party now? As I said, the government's position is seemingly unassailable. They've got the numbers. So what exactly?
It depends on PML-N also. Punjab is 60% of this country, and if they decide to resign from Punjab or from the center, they have numbers. So the government can't go on if they plan to resign. So
here's the question, Sardar Sahab. We have noticed that the PML-N is, and I've used this analogy yesterday as well, is like a boxer that dances out into the center of the ring, throws a couple of punches and then quickly retreats back into the corner. The PML-N has not been consistent with, it's sort of a hit and run strategy that you all have been using. Is this now going to be a sustained campaign, or is this just another dance out there, throw a few jabs and then go take a vacation for a while?
I think we've tried for 3 years. And we've given, we've even heard you people say that we are a friendly opposition, and we've been blamed for that. The people
I would say you've been an inconsistent opposition.
Inconsistent or friendly opposition that you've been calling us. We went to the APC only for the reason it was a national interest.
Fine.
We did not want to. There was
but
lots
what
of
was the national interest? Tell me, sir.
Yes, Ms. Tariq.
What was the outcome?
It was definitely a national interest.
We still haven't been able to form that committee in the National Assembly that is going to discuss this issue and come up every month.
Will you disband the earlier committee?
No, I mean,
it's becoming a
inquiries and committees and one committee after another.
So that's my simple question.
Even I think the female committees they have, the committee party, they are more consistent, I think, than the committees that the National Assembly or these APCs have formed. They've not yielded anything at all, unfortunately. But the entire country is
Why is there a lack of consistency?
We are all in intensive care unit. We don't want to go into a coma, and if they are dragging us there, we don't want to be a part of that. Now I think we've changed our mode. We are going to be more aggressive.
Today, Mr. Nawaz Sharif was again quoted as saying, and I tried to confirm this, I couldn't get it confirmed, that if the country requires it, if the betterment of the country, I'm translating, requires it, then we can talk to the People's Party. Now, Mr. Nawaz Sharif making that statement hours after Chaudhry Nisar says there's going to be a walk from the parliament. I mean,
we are going to, I don't know about that statement, but we are going to continue with our walk. We are going to protest. We protested in parliament. We spoke yesterday. We spoke today. We protested also.
Be honest, sir. Yes or no question. Are you trying to topple the government?
Yes, in constitutional ways, yes.
Do you have any way democratically to topple this government?
Not as yet.
Except for resigning, which you want to.
You never know, we might.
You never know, we might. Mr. Rahman, seems like your government is fairly secure for the moment. Now, certainly there's no excuse for the People's Party government not to tackle the issues. You have no bushfires that you need to be putting out right now for your political survival. But we have yet to see this government appoint a single honest, committed, dedicated and professional head for a state-owned enterprise. When will your government at least appoint a competent person to run one of these bleeding, hemorrhaging enterprises.
Quatrina, I think the people who are already in the cabinet and on decision-making positions, they are quite competent. As earlier pointed out by Ayaz, Sadiq, that if the secretary, why don't we only put the blame on the political heads? I mean, they are competent people, but they can't go and implement it on the fields or on the ground. It is the bureaucracy that has to do it.
Mr.
But
Rahman,
definitely
it is the government that has to appoint somebody to run organizations like PIA and Pakistan Steel.
I know the administrative skills has to be with the bureaucratic clout, but I think the government is definitely...
Can the government not find a single honest, capable person in this country to run PIA?
We don't have an accountability chairman, NAB chairman as yet.
No, the law is not
Quatrina, it's a very difficult nowadays.
I mean, how is it difficult, Mr. Rahman, to find one honest, credible,
not only one, we need many. We need many on all the top positions. We need.
I suspect you can find them within the country if you look.
Of course, people are honest, but I think they
honest and capable.
That's the combination we want. But I would like to comment on APC. I think I think that was the national interest. The signal that was given, it was a symbolic, and the signal given to the international community that most of the political...
So it's toothless, basically, like our resolution of 2008.
It was symbolic, and it was symbolic. And the signal it went through this APC, I think that was very, very positive for the state of Pakistan.
Well, a friend's mother would remark that nothing unites Pakistan like cricket and war. So maybe that's what's positive there. I'm out of time. I'd like to thank my guests Kashmala, Tariq, Sardar, Ayaz, Sadiq and Yasmeen Rahman for having joined me tonight here on Witness. And that brings us to the end of Witness. We hope you enjoyed the program. Do write to us and tell us what you think. But one of the most important issues that has been raised in this program, and that is when Yasmeen Rahman from the People's Party said that the government has been distracted in many ways from doing its job because of political turmoil and other issues. Well, now the government is in a seemingly unassailable position. So now there is no reason for the government not to deliver. Democracy must deliver to live up to the people's desires and demands. The People's Party frequently equates its own survival with the survival of democracy. Well, now it is up to the People's Party to ensure that its government and democracy deliver, and that is what will ensure its survival. Quatrina saying Khuda Hafiz from Islamabad.